afternoon, South Africa. Welcome to Afternoon Express. I'm Bonnie Moody.
And I'm Jeannie D. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how good are your dance moves?
I've got 2 left feet. Everybody knows this about me. Yeah, I'm those people who sit at the party and I just move my shoulders to make it look like I'm vicious on the dance floor, but I never stand up.
You look like you can do it. Okay, I don't know if I'm very good at dancing because I'm never sober enough to know when I do it. But today we have some of the best dancers ever. We start off with Petra, who is just possibly one of the most elegant women I've ever met in my entire life. She is phenomenal, and she's going to be telling us a little about her ballet journey.
Very inspiring woman. And then we speak to Bontle Modiselle, who starred in the first South African dance movie, and it was called Hear Me Move.
And then, of course, Whitney Houston is performing at the Artscape, and we have Belinda in the loft today telling us about that fantastic journey that she's gone on to becoming Whitney. Great show today.
Absolutely, and I hear there's going to be a dance battle. All I have to say is, love the hair, hope you win.
Thank you. Danila, you better watch out, because I've got moves.
So do I. It's so good to be with you, Afternoon Express. It's so good to be out on a Thursday afternoon, which was Wednesday. Guess who our guest chef is in with the loft house today? Sue Ann Allen joins us, and you're making something so yum. I've never heard of somebody turning what we've got in the loft today into something as yummy as what we've got in the loft today.
It's going to be good.
What is it?
It's going to be good. So we've got Sea Harvest grilled king clip kebabs. Easy, convenient, a beautiful, rich red pepper pesto. Perfect and simple for an evening quick, delicious meal.
Yum, yum. If you've got no plans for dinner, well, now you do on Afternoon Express. And also, don't forget, on our social media platforms today, we'd love to hear from you. You're as much part of the show as we all are. The question we're asking is, how has the arts helped your life in any particular way? Maybe you listen to music to get over stress. Maybe you're one of those people who does colouring art or adult colouring in books. Perhaps you're one of those people who likes to write short stories or poetry to put your thoughts and feelings out there. Share with us your stories on our Facebook page, and we could be reading them live on the show today. Now, on the show, like I mentioned today, and the girls were saying early on, we're celebrating strong, successful women in the entertainment industry. And our first guest has earned the title of the Black Cinderella of South Africa. Petra started training ballet at the age of 9 after she was spotted by renowned choreographer Martin Schoenberg. Today, she is one of Africa's most respected ballet dancers, and she's one of the founding members of Mzansi Productions, a Joburg-based dance company that produces everything from classic to contemporary.
So regal and just so magnificent. Kitty, welcome to Afternoon Express.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Now, I'm going to share a little story about me and ballet. So I did ballet for about 5 years when I was younger. I started around the age of 8. And one of the things that discouraged me along the way, because I thought, oh, one day I'm going to be a ballerina, is that I never saw black ballerinas. And in later years, I realized how important it is for people to see themselves represented in different art forms.
Absolutely.
And what has that journey been for you?
Well, first and foremost, I think starting ballet not knowing what it was, you know, I think it's one of those stories where you're at the right place at the right time. You know, so even for me, being a black ballerina in this day and age is still a bit surreal. But because currently being with Joburg Ballet, and we have an academy that's actually bringing up the next generation of black ballerinas and black male dancers, which is such an important thing that we need to actually push forth, because of the whole country also going through a huge transformation as well. So it's very important, because I mean, the years are going by. not getting younger.
But you've done such amazing things in terms of your own kind of transformation. I think if you look at what you did with The Dying Swan, which is one of your most famous roles, it was you were initially meant to be wearing the pink tutu and the pink stockings, and then you decided to go with the black. Tell me about that.
The concept, actually, the first time that concept came about, my first competition that I did in Lausanne in Switzerland, you know, we were walking around, I think, sightseeing with my then boss and mentor and teacher at the time, Martin Schoenberg.
Yeah.
We saw black swans, you know, and it was my first time seeing a black swan in the flesh, you know. So, and then when we got back to Joburg, and then he came up with the concept that, you know, then your next solo is going to be Dying Swan, but, you know, we're going to do the controversial thing and do it in all black.
Swan.
You know?
I loved it.
Yeah, and emphasize you being a black South African ballerina. And at the first time I thought, okay, Martin's being Martin, because Martin is, he's a great visionary, you know, so, and at the time I didn't get it, you know.
Yeah.
And I think when I stepped onto stage the first time performing for Nelson Mandela and the Royal Dutch family in Holland, I got it. It was a bit late, but I got it, what the whole concept was about. And to this day, it's still, you know, still such a profound thing, the whole concept of me doing Dying Swan in all black.
Yeah.
You know, because
and it was
I don't
obviously
even know
very
how
well
many times.
received,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know how many times I've performed Dying Swan, because a colleague of mine from Joburg Ballet said, Kitty, have you ever thought about counting as to how many times you've actually performed the Dying Swan? I said, I'm too scared, because I've been performing it since I was 20.
That's incredible.
You know, and I'm 34 today, you know.
Wow.
So the swan hasn't died.
Well, thank God for that. We love that. And you described that moment when you were performing for Nelson Mandela as being in a bubble of serenity. What do those moments feel like?
Sure, Bonnie, that's exactly what it was. I think at a young age, I was taught to always be in a bubble. You know, because there's so many things that can distract you, especially in this so-called westernized form. It has so much discipline that I think what I take with me to this day is that bubble. And once again, in my bubble, it felt so unreal to this day. And I think one of the things that came close to being so unreal is that performing the Dying Swan in so many places around the world, being one of the 21 icons as well, it's one of the same thing, you know. And for me, it's very, very unreal what Dying Swan has done for me as an artist.
Yeah.
I love the project that you did with 21 Icons. It was just so beautiful, and I think it really did capture you. But something that my appreciation for ballet is that it's such an intense discipline, and if you look at all the arts and all the sports, ballerinas are probably the toughest, because the pain and the suffering that you've got to go through physically as well as mentally to be able to achieve and be perfect, I suppose, in your art is just, it's grueling. I mean, how do you stay in it, and how do you stay in love with your art? Because it's sore feet, sore backs, it's insecurities, then it's lots of hard hours.
You know, I think growing old has made me realize that it's not a love thing, you know, because I'm not going to sit in front of you and lie to you and say, oh my God, I'm so in love with what I do. I think for me, I'm not going to lie about it, honestly. I think I'm at that point where I don't have to lie about anything.
Yeah. Oh, thank gosh for that.
You know, I'm not going to paint this...
That's an art form on its own.
Yes, exactly. I'm not going to paint this dream, you know. I think, if anything, I've always had a profound respect for the art form. You know, I say this very cautiously. It wasn't the passion that drove the whole thing. Yeah. You know, once again, I say I was at the right place, found by Martin Schoenberg. He had a great vision, and all I had to do is jump on board, respect the art, and craft my art. You know, I think being a good craftsman is the greatest qualification one could have in any career. Yeah. So I think that's what I'm learning day to day, is crafting the art. Yeah.
But you are the best. So what goes into being extraordinary at your art?
It's a mental challenge, hey, every day. Because you go through so many stages in one day. You hate yourself. Your body's terrible. My feet hurt. My back is sore. I'm getting old. You know.
You sound like a TV presenter.
At the moment, you're doing a lot of work at making ballet accessible to children who otherwise would not be exposed to that. Tell us about some of the work that you've been doing.
From a very young age, outreach programs have been such a beautiful thing for me and something very close to me. And I'm so grateful that the company I'm with now, Joburg Ballet, still does the same thing. Like, for instance, on the 15th of June, we are going out there to make dancing tangible. And I've always said, with a lot of interviews that I've done, on behalf of Joburg Ballet, is that ballet is for the world. Ballet is for South Africans. It's for people, and it's very important to make it very tangible. And I can't seem to, emphasize on the importance of taking it to the people. I mean, we perform at places that are unbearably difficult, where you find schools that are, really bad, and you still get up there, put on your point shoes, and you kill your feet off. But at the same time, there's always that one child that you've made a difference to in their lives, And from that point onward, that's how we can actually build the next generation. Because it's amazing that taking ballet out there is a form of making the next Kitty Petlas, the Teresa Mahongwas, and we need a lot of those. Because I think at the moment there's a lacking of, good teachers that can produce good, profound ballet dancers.
Well, Kitty, you certainly are an absolute icon with the most perfect skin I've ever seen.
And you're far from old.
Yeah, more with you a little bit later.
Man, she's such a talent, and I cannot wait to hear all of your thoughts. Hashtag Afternoon Express across all of our social media platforms. But if you are on our Facebook page, Afternoon Express, the question we're asking is, from dancing to playing a musical instrument, how have the creative arts helped you in your life? Danielle Isaac says, dancing has always helped me express what I'm feeling. I've been a dancer since the age of 8, from contemporary dancing to hip-hop. It saved me. Tapelo says, the creative arts have made it easy for me to express myself and show people how I feel inside. Art is life. It just helps us to connect and create beautiful stories that other people can relate to. In a way, it contributes to my confidence. Hashtag Afternoon Express. Keep those comments coming through on our Facebook page. We'd love to hear from you. If you want to meet somebody who puts da back in dancing, we've got an incredible guest. Bontle Modiselle joins us after the break. A warm welcome back to Afternoon Express on this Thursday afternoon as we celebrate incredible women in the creative arts. Now, before the break, we sat down with renowned ballet dancer Kitty Petra. Now, from classical finesse to high-energy modern style, our next guest comes from a family of entertainers, sister to model and media personality Bontle Modiselle and Generations actress Candice Modiselle.
Now, middle sibling Bontle obviously doesn't suffer from middle child syndrome. And of course, she's the choreographer and played the female lead in South Africa's first dance feature film, Hear Me Move. Welcome to Afternoon Express.
Thanks for having me, guys. I've been waiting forever to get here.
I know. Thank you finally for coming.
Thank you.
How ridiculously talented is your family, though?
Insanely so. And it's my mom's fault. Thanks, Grace. But you know, everyone's in the industry and it's an amazing space to be in. Absolutely, yeah.
And you're obviously all very supportive of each other.
Extremely,
There's no
yeah.
sibling rivalry.
No, honestly, be real with us. Like, it is there because I mean, it must be really hard to know. Like, you guys are all trying to grow your careers, and if someone gets a job, you're like, "Flip, I didn't get my job," and then.
Look, I think we're all understanding and super supportive of each other more than we are competitive. I think the industry is itself is enough competition as is. We don't need that at home.
Yeah.
So, you know, we get each other's vibe, we support each other, and as much as we all are in the industry, it's all directed in, you know, in different places and spaces. So, yes, I'm in the dance space, you know, but it's in the commercial space. My younger sister studied dramatic arts at Wits, and so she's in the theatrical space. So we don't tread, you know, in each other's territory, but we respect it.
And of course, you're genetically all blessed because you're all beautiful. But your boyfriend is pretty ugly.
I see what you did there. I see.
Please tell us more.
Yeah, so Pretty Ugly and I will be together.
Oh my
It'll be
gosh.
8 years in October. So it's been quite a long time. A beautiful, healthy relationship, and yeah, my family loves him. So
That's cool.
But listen,
That's important.
you are so incredibly talented. Every time I watch you, I fall deeper and deeper in love with your craft. I mean, you're so amazing at what you do. So we spoke a little bit about that film that you did, the first ever South African all-African dancing film, which I think is such an important thing for us as a nation. And I think especially for the scene of dance, it's starting to grow and people are starting to get used to this form of art and expression.
Yeah.
And it's found its own identity in South Africa. So tell us more about what that film did for you and how that whole experience was.
Jeez, I think that was the beginning of it all.
launch.
Yeah, Hear Me Move was really the start of it all. I mean, we shot it back in 2013 and the country got to see it in 2015 and the reception was incredible. I think more than anything, I couldn't have been prouder to have been part of a project, one that was done by really young people. Everyone on that project, on that film, was under the age of 35. And it was literally a film about celebrating global African excellence through dance.
Sure.
That's all it was. And for me to have been a part of that representation is everything I could have asked for. It was my acting debut. So imagine your acting debut now being in cinema. The pressure was insane. But it was absolutely worth the celebration, the tension, the pressure, but you know, but it was really the beginning of it all.
And now you're choreographing for Lip Sync Battle, which I have to tell you, I love.
It's so much fun, yeah.
It is so much fun, but it's always so well done. I mean, how much prep time do you get with the people that you're choreographing?
0 to none, literally. I mean, you get moments where an artist will get on set and will be like, okay, this is my song request. Oh no, I've changed. And so you get one brief and then you're given 10 minutes, literally, to figure out some choreography. You need to teach the dancers. And then from there, it's like, okay, celebrity, this is what you need to do. This is the persona. This is what you need. You know, so it's high energy. It's intense. But I think that's the thrill of it all. And everyone is so cooperative. So it makes it.
Okay, so then who was the best celebrity that you were able to choreograph? And then who was
the
really
worst,
lousy?
Geez, one of my favorites was Boiti.
She's so cool.
She was amazing.
She has so much fun doing it too. She just
so
gives
much
it
fun.
all.
So yeah, she really embodied. She did Nicki Minaj, and yeah, she was all the Nicki Minaj we needed for this country. Who was lousy? I can't think of anybody. I think Nah, I'm not going to throw anyone
No, there was a thought there. It's friendly space here. It's only live television.
I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, no. Everyone was great.
Good answer, good answer. Listen, you've got such an incredible project coming up, which I really, really want to talk about. But carrying all these different hats that you wear, from choreographer to dancer yourself, to now TV presenting, or TV presenting on that show, and now you've got a whole bunch of new projects at the same time. Is it like an individual passion, or all these time fillers for the greater scheme of who Bontle wants to be?
I think everything is contributing to the ultimate
So
idea.
you want to be it all.
Yeah, you know, absolutely. So I want to master it all. And I think more than anything, I've always used dance as the vessel to everything else. So it's weird, I know, but I get to understand presenting through dance. I get to understand acting through dance. And dance has really been the base and foundation for me to understand the different elements in terms of how to respect them, how to approach them, but also how to execute them, how they, you know, need to be done. So yeah, absolutely. I really want to conquer South Africa. Africa, to be exact. So
We wouldn't have you here if you weren't.
And it is doable.
So, yeah.
Okay, so tell us, you've got a new show coming out on SABC One called I Can Sing. What is it about? Because I mean, I think I can sing, but
Yeah.
wow, I really
we can
can't.
try. We can try it out. I Can Sing, really amazing show. So they are developers. We don't call them judges. We call them developers. So Ndate Don Laga, Yvonne Chaka Chaka, to Jesse Clegg, and I do it alongside Zakele and Liesl Lowry. And so what we do is we go to different regions in Gauteng, and we'll be pretty much doing all of South Africa. But it's about finding the best talent and the best singing talent. But it's not just about that. So it's not just about ridiculing anyone, finding the wooden mic, you know, and no, it's not about that. It really is about developing and finding the talent. So really putting them through their paces. They're going to go through a boot camp where they're going to learn about everything technical in the musical industry. So all the contractual stuff, everything that everybody hates in the music industry, not just the creative space, but also the administrative, exactly, for you to completely thrive. Because I think that's what a lot of musicians really, lack quite a bit. So I think regardless of when you leave in the journey, you would have left with something really solid.
With a heart like yours, I think you're going to make amazing hosts in that show. You're going to be really cool in that space. I mean, it's going to be brilliant. So make sure you guys tune in to SABC One when that show starts to air. And listen, after the break, I don't know if I've been warming up and getting ready for my dance battle later on. So I don't know if you're ready for
Danilo, you can be so warm, you could be flexible like a stick of licorice, it still wouldn't make you a good dancer.
Well, this is all going to come up later on. Bontle's not going anywhere because this is about to get going on the show.
Lights, camera, action. Today is a celebration of women in the industry doing incredible things. We chatted to Kitty Petra earlier, and just now Bontle Modiselle, very inspiring young ladies. Thank you so much for your comments. We asked you on our social media, on Afternoon Express, from dancing to playing a musical instrument, how have the creative arts helped you in your life? And Austin Moore, SA, says, creative arts have helped me a lot in my life because I express my feelings through it. Since I can dance, play piano, and I can also sing, these help me a lot because I'm being myself more and more, and when I do one of them, especially when writing my own songs or singing. Thank you so much for all your comments. We'll be reading more a little bit later. When we return, I make king clip kebabs with a guest. Don't go away.
Express yourself. Love scratch-free with new Head & Shoulders African Scalp Care.
Sea Harvest. New look, same great taste.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express live on SABC3. Joining us now is Sue Ann Allen. She's going to be making a king clip kebab with us, right?
Yes.
Can't wait because I've actually never been able to make one of those.
Okay, so I'm going to work you through it. And the reason I really love this is, firstly, with the Sea Harvest product, it's so super convenient and packaged that, you know, once you've defrosted those, nice and easy.
And it's easy to cut.
Easy to cut. And also just something that's, very important to me as a chef is that they practice sustainable sea methods, which is really, really great.
Yeah.
And we want to use these. We're going to do a king club kebab with a red pepper pesto, a nice firm fish, so it really holds that flavor well, which is great. So, as you'll see, it doesn't all fall apart. So nice and simple.
So beautiful.
I'm just going to cube
Looks
this.
so fresh.
And we've done one already, and then Bonnie, I'm going to ask you if
I'll do another one.
If you'll do another one for me while I get onto the pesto.
Okay.
And what we've done is we have grilled our red pepper. You can either actually do this in the oven or you can do it on an open flame if you've got gas with a long set of tongs so you don't burn yourself. And then you'll see we had cling wrap on it and let that steam for 15 minutes to finish the cooking process. And what I love is that then you'll see that the skin
peels off.
Literally just peels away. So
one thing I do know about peppers is that when you roast them, the skin can become a bit bitter, so that's why you peel it off.
And you peel it off, exactly.
Yeah.
So you want that char, because you want that flavour going in, but you don't want that complete bitterness.
Yes.
So as we peel this off, and then we literally tear the flesh. I know
that's the only time it's appropriate. That's the only time it's going to be appropriate.
It sounds a bit messy, but I do love getting my hands dirty when it comes to food, so that's about done. So I'm going to take off the top.
Okay. And do we keep the seeds in, or do you try to
You
get
don't
rid
keep
of
the
those?
seeds in. That's also got a bit of bite, so you actually want to. They'll come out. I mean, relatively easy. If some of them stick, you would just run your knife along it. So we want to get all of those out.
Absolutely.
And
this is smoking. It's on already.
That's almost ready, and this is so lovely because it's so quick. So once this is done, I'm going to.
You can actually it's so soft. You can literally tear it apart.
just tear. So this is going to go into my blender.
Okay.
With some olive oil. Walnuts as the base for the pesto, fresh parsley. We've got some red wine vinegar, garlic, cumin, and paprika. So it really is lovely, full, bold flavors.
Great flavors, absolutely. And speaking of great flavors, we do have a Sea Harvest competition on our Facebook page where we ask you to actually post a picture of any Sea Harvest dish that you've made, and you could win an opportunity to actually come onto the show and make it. So get cracking. Okay, cool. So
all of this is
blending
in.
that.
We're going to
wow.
And that is literally it.
So you don't want it too fine.
You don't want it too fine. You want your pesto to have some texture.
Okay.
And then I'm going to season these kebabs. And we've got
just a bit of salt and pepper.
Just a bit of salt and pepper. Just do both sides. And then literally just going to swap hands. Take this and get that onto our fish to coat.
Just rub it on, okay.
I mean, if you've done this in advance, it's quite nice. It can pretty much just marinate. So I'm going to get this whole lot in there and then turn them around.
So you can let it stand for a while if you wanted to take in more flavour.
So you could cling wrap that. Just make sure if you are doing it in advance, that your fish is going back into the fridge. So I'm going to move that around.
Okay, so that goes onto the griddle for a while, right? And this is what our final dish actually looks like.
So that will do. That'll hold its shape. So once you've got perfect char lines all around, you'll flip it over. But that is what the final one looks like.
That's basically what it needs to look like. And you don't keep it on for too long because you don't want it to dry out, right?
And fish cooks really quickly. So literally, once you see those perfect lines, you know you're done. And I'm going to show you just quickly what we want to do to finish. So we've got some beautiful fresh leaves. We're going to pop our kebabs on top.
Okay.
Then we're going to...
So these can be any leaves, spinach leaves.
It can be any leaves. You want to use baby leaves and micro herbs. So we've got one bit that's fallen off, which doesn't matter. And then we are going to do this.
Okay.
Grab some cheese and then
Some Parmesan.
Parmesan, always good with leaves. Last but not least, the bit that I think is essential.
Essential with fish.
Which you can also actually pop into your pesto when you're making a
Oh,
some
lovely,
zest.
lovely.
You want to do that.
That looks absolutely delicious.
And that literally
That's
is done.
it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. The keyword for this recipe is fish. SMS that keyword to 33650. There you'll get the link to the recipe and the ingredients. Now, about that dance battle we spoke about earlier, let's check it out.
I don't know about battle. I feel something like what's going on in the kitchen because that's a fish out of water and I'm a fish out of water on the dance floor. And that's exactly what is going on here. But as much as I get all the flack for not being able to dance on the show and every other platform that I've been on, Jeannie's not as good. Like, I honestly think Jeannie is as, like,
I don't know many
inflexible as I am.
things that I haven't been good at. Like,
We've all been warming up and ready to go. So,
anything.
Bontle, it's not a battle. Let's just kill that. I
Yeah.
just want to learn hip-hop and Kwaito dance moves. Can you help?
I've got you. So
What
I'm
are we
going to
doing?
show you a couple trendy moves.
Okay, wait, can you
Okay.
go forward a bit so that I can watch you from all
Got you.
angles?
Are we happy?
Okay, happy.
This is
So this is hip-hop, trendy hip-hop moves. So if I want to go to the club and I want to be able to do these cool things, this is
You've got to
what's cool.
stop calling it the club if you want
club.
friends to go out to the club with.
the first thing. But this is some stuff. These are notes. You know, so if you want to kill the party, this is exactly what you're going to do.
Okay.
Right?
Do it
The
with us at
first-
home, everybody. Do it with us.
Please, yeah. So the first dance step is called the drop. It's very simple. All you do is lift your right leg and drop. But as you do that, this is what happens with your arms. You place them just here, just like that, and you drop.
No, I don't know.
Simple.
Do you want to see my drop?
Let's see.
I'm still almost.
How are your heels? How's your quads? Did you taste something?
Okay. That's number one, right? So you're gonna drop. After the drop, place your arms. There we go, on your thighs. Now we're gonna go into the nay-nay.
The neck. Oh.
Ah.
I don't know
Right.
if this is my
Nice.
move.
Super simple. We're gonna start to the right, and you're gonna lift, drop, there to the left.
You're doing so much with the upper body at the
That's
same time. It all just flows
what-
so easily.
So that's all it is.
Okay.
That's the nay.
You guys must see what happens to my mouth. I just start going, and like I'm trying too hard. Like,
Okay, right. So we've got the drop. So let's start from the top.
Do we? Okay, yeah.
5, 6, 7, and drop. Okay. Down and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go.
okay.
Right.
Yay.
Now,
Oh, not done.
you guys are doing so well. I'm so
Another
proud of
move.
you.
Okay.
Now, number 3. We're going to the Millie Rock.
Millie rock.
Millie Rock.
Okay.
You rock.
This is probably the most gracious way to kill a fly.
Okay.
All those mosquitoes at night.
Is it that thing?
Okay, so the movement is take your right arm. You're gonna do a full rotation. The second rotation, you swat, just it goes that way, in that direction.
I swat a lot of things like that, but it's usually not a fly. It's usually
I wanted to suggest something else, but it's family TV.
Yeah, family TV, family show. Come.
Okay, so that's what you do. So it's a full rotation, and there.
okay.
Do it the other way around.
I'm trying to
Roll it
take
right.
this seriously, okay? I'm really struggling over here.
Okay, so full rotation and swat. Left arm, full rotation and swat.
But you're doing
So-
something with your legs there too. Like you're
So
going,
now this is what's happening with your feet. So all you're doing is stepping to the right, to the left. So it's all coordinated. So what happens with the right leg? Exactly. So simultaneously, it's the swat. Rotate, swat. Rotate.
I'm more of a
swat.
bar kind of girl
I
than a
can't
club
do this
kind
at the
of
same time. I don't know how you move your legs and your arms at the same time. How's it going at home? If you're dancing along with us, we'd love to see those photos. Take those selfies on those like dance floor in the lounges at home and send them. #Afternoon Express. Are you making us not look stupid by ourselves?
No, never.
I'm
Okay,
doing the
so
wrong
got
leg.
it. Last move.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of the hip hop, we're gonna do the hit 'em folks.
Is this South African version?
No.
Oh, it's still American. Still American.
Yeah, still American.
Okay.
Okay. Hit 'em folks.
Oh,
There.
no.
2. Together. Let's go.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
1, 2, 3. After that, you hit them folks.
Oh yeah, just make up the whole.
That's
must do that.
Honestly,
I
that's
adore
really
you, but
what
I'd
it is.
way rather watch you dance than then
Honestly, that's what it is.
Okay, listen, I want to learn South African dance moves. I think this is one of the things I've seen happening here. I want to learn some hip-hop, South African hip-hop.
Okay, we're bringing it back to SA.
Okay.
We have to, I have to teach you
Kwaito?
Kwara Kwara.
Oh, kwara kwara,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Is that the one that I have to put my tongue out for?
Yes. I advise you to pull your tongue out, look up. There we go. Yes, so you've got the first bit. You've got the attitude, right? That's the attitude for it.
No.
So what you do, okay, squat. Okay? Shift your body at an angle. There we go. Now, your leg rotates like that. Yeah? So we've got
this is
that.
my favorite dance.
Perfect.
I'm
There we go.
definitely
So we've got the
Beyonce
leg.
here.
I can
So
do
it
this one.
causes a bounce, right? So you've got this bounce going on. Now, to complement the bounce, there we go. Yeah, that's what your arm does.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Yeah. So this together.
What happens to the left arm?
Oh no,
Stays
just
out the
stays
side.
put. That's all it is. Yeah.
Leg day, I can do that.
Worse, this is a major thigh workout. Let me go.
Yeah.
And it was leg day today at gym, so this is hectic.
Okay.
All right.
Let's speed it up. 5, 6, and.
Yes. Yes, we're going to keep our dance moves coming. We'll be right back after these for more of Afternoon Express.
Let's go. Yo, Anga. Carlene, where you at?
Let's go to the island. Stand together, you and me. We can win this million. We're gonna find treasure by the
Yeah.
The Tropica Island of Treasure Seychelles theme song performed by MT, Anga Makubalo and Carlene van Jasveld is available for you for download. It's on iTunes and the Google Play Store. Proceeds from the song will be donated to Chuck. You can also win big when you buy Tropica. Simply follow the entry details on your Tropica bottle and find the T's and C's at tropica.co.za.
Ain't nothing smoother.
Thank you for joining us on Afternoon Express. We're live on SABC3. And you know we love women here on Afternoon Express. And today we're celebrating women who've done extraordinary things in the entertainment industry.
Now, as we continue to celebrate powerful South African women in the entertainment industry, our next guest, Belinda David, outperformed 15,000 hopefuls in becoming the lead in the greatest love of all, the Whitney Houston show, which is soon to start its second run at the Artscape.
But it wasn't an easy road to where she is today. With more than 20 years of ups and downs, fighting for a place in the entertainment industry, she really is a testament of perseverance. Welcome to the Loft.
Hey, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you, guys.
You are looking amazing. Let's discuss those shoes.
Yes, I was just about to talk about those shoes. Crazy.
I'll tell you one thing. It's one of my comfortable pair.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, it is.
Are you a size 5? Because then you're not leaving it with them.
Actually, I am. But you're not taking these.
So let's discuss Whitney. I mean, the greatest love of all. You've basically been auditioning for this role your entire life.
I have been. I think that, you know, since I was born, the first time I heard her, I think that I was practicing for this specific role.
Yeah.
What was that moment when you heard her music and you thought to yourself, this resonates so deeply with me? What was it about it?
You know, I think when you're as young as I was 8 years old the first time I heard her. So when you're that young, you don't really understand what music or technique or anything really is. But when I heard her the first time, it connected. Something connected in me. I knew that I could sing like her, but I also knew that that's the person that I'm gonna sound like for the rest of my life.
Wow.
So you practice and you practice and you hear and you listen constantly. I sat in front of my radio for hours on end.
That's incredible. And then you landed a record deal, but there wasn't a happy ending to that.
No, but I think that's the thing.
Journey.
You sounded so much like Whitney Houston that I think it was difficult for people to work with you.
It was. We were looking for record deals, me and my manager, and she went to BMG first, and you know, I was put on the shelf and they didn't know what to do with me, and eventually the word came out, you know, you sound so much like Whitney.
Yeah.
We already have a Whitney. We don't need another one, so we're gonna let you go. And then we went to Tusk Records in Johannesburg, and they signed me. And it didn't do so good because I sounded so much like Whitney.
But that didn't stop you. You persevered and you moved to Hollywood to brave that big, scary world. What were those 10 years like?
Scary. It was scary. You know, you're forced to, you know, I was by myself. So, you know, you're forced to grow up really quickly. You're forced to become this whole different person to fit in, which wasn't easy, you know, because this industry is brutal. It is brutal, and you have to fight, constantly fight, not just with people, but you have to fight with yourself, and you have to, you know, fight in order to stay true to yourself, which was very difficult. It was scary.
So you were in Hollywood. It took you a year to get your first job, but you did finally land your big break. Tell us about that big break.
I did. I was performing. I was performing in the Four Seasons Hotel. It was so, I remember it like it was yesterday. I was performing in the Four Seasons, and of course, the room was divided in 3. So it was in the back, in the middle, where the bar was, and then where I was performing. And she kept coming closer, and she kept coming closer. And, you know, eventually she was right in front of me, and she said, first she said to me, "Can you do a Maze song?" And I said, I can't. I'm
Who
so
was
sorry.
this that was sitting
Keisha
there?
Cole.
Oh, wow.
It was Keisha Cole, yeah. And she said to me, "Can you do a Maze song?" I said, "I can't, I'm so sorry." The band wasn't prepared for it, and I felt so embarrassed. And then she said, "Okay, can you do a Shaka Khan song?" And I said, "Of course I can. I can do a Shaka Khan
Shaka
song."
Khan.
Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan. So I did the song, and she said, "Okay, great." So eventually her whole entourage came to the front, and I went up to her and I said, "I have to take a picture with you. Would you please take a picture with me?" She said to me, "I will take a picture with you at the end of the tour, but you will have to come and sing with me."
Okay.
Of course, I thought, whatever, she's not gonna call me, you know, I'm just another cover.
But it did happen.
It did.
And you worked with other great
day.
women after that.
She called me with, yeah, I did. I did. It was the beginning of my journey to this point.
And this point is you finally as Whitney Houston.
Finally.
Wow.
My idol.
Amazing. What can we expect from seeing you on stage? What can we expect from the show?
This is a very special production to me. This is an amazing production. We have costume changes. We have an amazing band. We have dancers. We have video montage, and Whitney Houston will be there.
Whitney.
Wow,
I
that's
find it so
incredible.
fascinating that it's an Australian production that will be touring internationally, and we saw the Michael Jackson one as well, and they always love to handpick South African artists to play those leads. It
And
says
you
a
were
lot.
selected amongst 15,000 women to play this role. Congratulations.
I know. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's a big thing. I thought at first, really, me? Little old me? And yes, little
But
old
yes,
me got
you.
it.
Yes,
We're going to
you.
find out why a little bit later when you perform live in our loft with some Whitney Houston. Looking forward to it.
Live scratch-free with new Head & Shoulders African Scalp Care.
I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possessed inside here. Give them a sense.
A warm welcome back to Afternoon Express. We are so excited to have Belinda with us in the loft today. You're going to be performing some incredible hits at the Whitney Houston tribute show happening in Cape Town, which we're so excited for. And The Greatest Love of All, what an incredible track. I mean, wasn't this one written initially back in the day for a biopic that was going to be about Muhammad Ali?
Yeah, by George Benson, yeah.
How crazy.
By George Benson, it was.
What does the song mean to you?
I mean, when you listen to the lyrics of the song, it's about... You know, I feel like it connects with me because it's about kids and it's about mommies and it's about raising your child with pride and dignity and not losing any of it.
Exactly, stunning. Oh, what a beautiful message, and I cannot wait for this performance, and I know you've been excited too. Belinda, Whitney, take it away.
Thank you.
I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone who fulfilled my needs. A lonely place to be. And so I learned to depend on me. I decided long ago yourself. It is the greatest love of all. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter reminds us how we used to be. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadows. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity, because the greatest love of all is happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself, it is the greatest love of all. And if by chance that special place that you've been dreaming of leads you to a lonely place, find your strength in
Come and join us. Come and join us. Oh my word.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, come on.
I just posted something. I
That
don't
was
think
incredible.
Bonnie, I don't think Bonnie noticed, but I was busy Insta-storing and I just started, like, I was panned over to Bonnie's
You
page
did
and
not
she's out
do
it's
that.
on
You were
Instagram.
so
She was like
silly.
singing her heart out there, just loving it.
You are so good. We've got a caller on the line. We're going to quickly chat to Claire from Durban. Claire, hi, thanks for your call.
Hi there.
Claire, you've got a question or comment for Kitty?
No, well, actually, I phoned in to say I have a testimony about what dance did for me.
Okay.
Tell us, yeah.
When I was 4 years old, I had polio, although I'd been inoculated, and I was paralyzed from the waist down.
Sure.
And my mother, when I was about 5, I came out of hospital with leg arms on both legs, and she put me into a ballet class because she felt that it would improve my balance and my ability of walking. Now, I think my ballet teacher's name was Amber. When it came to a dance at the end of the year, you know, the concert that children do, she had this child that was crippled. What do you do with her? You can't put her in the corps de ballet. So what she did was she gave me a solo. And I had to walk across the stage making arcs with my arms. And I cannot tell you what that did to me.
It's amazing.
It made me feel valid and important.
Thank you
It
so
made me
much
feel like
for
I
your
could
call, and
achieve
what an
anything.
amazing story.
to end
That
the
is
show
so
today.
beautiful.
Wow.
Unfortunately, we're ending the show on that note. So thank you very
Thank
much
you
for that
for sharing
beautiful
your
call.
story.
Thank you very much, and thank you
you
so
for
much
sharing
for
your talent
coming
with us.
today.
We'll see
It
you
was
tomorrow
wonderful.
right here on Afternoon Express, same time, same place, 4 to 5 on SABC3. Good night and happy eating.
Cheers.
Another feel-good production.